Hello everyone, and this is a video about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. Right, so to begin with, this isn't a normal Harry Potter book. This is a play. Now, people who moan about it, like, it's not a normal Harry Potter book. It's obviously different, it's in a different format. And when I first picked this up, I thought, oh, I'm not gonna be able to get into it and how I did like the other Harry Potter books because it is a play and not a novel. But when I first started reading it, I found it more easy to read than like a novel, because I don't know if this is the same for anyone else, but I find that reading a normal book, like reading a novel, there's when like the writer, the author is sort of, there's too many descriptive writing. I'm not a big fan of descriptive writing because my brain can't process it. I don't know, I just get lost very easy. But with this, it's just he said that, she said that, and it just goes. It's very fast paced, and I really enjoyed it. But because it's not a novel, and it doesn't have loads of like, oh, this tree has green leaves, blah blah blah, blowing in the wind. It's just to the point. But we don't need a descriptive writing about the setting, because we're already familiar with the setting if you've read the other Harry Potter books. So I find that it's good in a way. And overall, I found that this book is very well written. I found it an easy read. I couldn't put it down. I just had to carry on reading. So now, moving on to the characters. Because it's a play, you don't get very much into like character development. Now, a lot of people have been moaning about the old characters acting out of character, but they've got to remember that this book is set 19 years after the Deathly Hallows, after the last book. And in 19 years, people change. I mean, if you look at me 19 years ago, I was 2. So obviously I'm gonna be different. No one stays the same person for 19 years. So now I'm gonna get into the spoilers. So spoiler alert, okay? I'm warning everyone now, if you don't want the spoilers, then just click away now. Oh, shoot. But this video does contain spoilers. Firstly, can we talk about the trolley witch? I mean, when did the trolley witch become badass? I mean, like, she got on top of a moving train and went to duel 2 students. I mean, is this a different trolley witch? Am I just imagining that she was this lovely, sweet lady who just pushed a trolley along and was like, anything from the trolley, dears? Yeah, I'd like a duel. No, it did not work like that. I just couldn't picture it happening. Her being just like whipping out a wand and being like, Expelliarmus. No, I couldn't see it. Now, moving on to Harry. Now, a lot of people didn't agree with the way that he treated his son Albus, but I kind of agreed with it in some parts, because I agreed that his decision to split up Albus and Scorpius, because in Harry's mind, Scorpius was rumoured to be the alleged son of Voldemort. And we all know Voldemort and Harry, they don't get along. They're sworn enemies. So obviously he's going to try and keep them apart, because he doesn't want him to like be, corrupted or influenced by the son of Voldemort. So I understand Harry. I'm with Harry all the way there. He did good. But I didn't agree with the way that Harry said to Albus, I wish you weren't my son. That was wrong, and I can't imagine Harry ever saying that, just because of the way Harry loved, he loves his parents, and he never got the chance to have loving parents. So I think that Harry would try to compensate for that and try to be extra loving to all his kids and try and make them have the life that he never had. So I don't believe that he would ever say that. I just couldn't no. And then there was also the way that he spoke to Professor McGonagall when he said, well, you don't understand because you don't have children. I don't think that he would have ever said that to Professor McGonagall because he respected her, and I just couldn't, even if he was mad and angry when he was saying it, I can't picture him saying that. One thing that I did love was that Harry and Draco actually got along in this book, because I've always loved both of them. And I do love their tiffs and how they argue, and I love the kitchen fight, and that was class. I like that they got along, they were civil, and yeah, I really enjoyed reading that. They just put the differences aside. Now Snape. Snape's always been my favourite character out of the whole Harry Potter series, but I do admit that he did act a bit out of character in this book, just because I don't believe that he would give away, when Scorpius was like, oh blah blah blah, I went back in time, I ruined everything, blah blah blah, and then Snape was like, come with me, and then led him off to Hermione and all this, and I don't think that Snape would have given away his cover just like, because it's so risky, his cover, like, come on, Voldemort is no, and I don't think he would have just gave himself away like that, so that wasn't believable for me. But I like the fact that he actually did help Scorpius and was like, Snape was the best character and he was just so underrated. He was the most loving. He made the books. He tied everything together, so he's the hero of the whole series. Now Hermione, ugh, she really annoyed me when they sort of went back and changed the past. And then when Hermione was the fugitive, I didn't understand it. I don't know. I couldn't see her being like that. And then when she was sort of making decisions, she's so meticulous with all her like decisions and thinking about what the consequences are. And then why did she just place a time turner inside a bookcase and then just put like a few sort of spells and riddles before it? When she was in the first year, she got through all them riddles with like Hermione, Harry and Ron. They got through them all. They got through all the tasks to actually get to Voldemort. So if she was clever enough in her first year, I'm sure Albus and Scorpius were clever enough to get through that. Like school kids. Come on, Hermione. No. Right. Now moving on to Albus. I didn't love him. I couldn't warm to him just because it is a play. It doesn't give you a lot of character. I don't know. You don't find a lot out about him, but I did find that, I don't know, I didn't like him. But I do understand that he is Harry Potter's son, so there is a lot of stigma that comes along with that, and him just, I don't know, he's got a lot to live up to, and then him being in Slytherin as well, then he feels like he's not living up to the Potter name. I feel upset that Harry doesn't have a relationship with his son, like, I don't know, because he loved his father, and I wanted Harry's son to love his father like Harry loves his father, if that makes any sense. And that there's just no respect there, I don't know, but there was in the end, so it's all good. But I loved Scorpius's friendship with Albus's friendship with Scorpius. I love Scorpius. Scorpius was just, he made the book. He was the outstanding character for me. He was the voice of reason. He was amazing. And now Draco. Oh, I felt really sorry for Draco in this book because he lost his wife and he kept losing his son. Theme going on there. But I feel like he really redeemed himself in this book, and he was still quite mysterious. And love Draco, always have, always will. Now moving on to the plot. Now I found that the whole storyline was kind of convenient. They happened to fix everything. I mean, going back in time, like, and then changing stuff, and then, oh, we're just going back in time one more time, it'll fix everything. And then it fixed everything. Like there wasn't even one loophole or just nothing. I don't know, I didn't find it very believable, but I've really enjoyed the story, and I'm glad how everything turned out, because if they didn't manage to fix everything, I would have been like, ugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, I did like it. Reading the book, it just brought back lots of nostalgia, so I didn't really care what had happened what would have happened, like what happened in the book, I wouldn't have minded, because I just love being back in the world of Hogwarts and magic, and loved it. I just couldn't put the book down. And one thing I'm really glad that the book started where the last book ended, so at King's Cross, and it just, loved it. And returning to Hogwarts with all the memories, I was really excited when I first started reading it. I just wanted to know where the characters were, like how they were like now, and what they'd been up to. And I was just so proud of them all. I know that sounds really sad, but when you're a big Potterhead like me, you just, yeah. And I also found it interesting how all the alternative, like, alternate realities would, like, turned out. If, like, bringing Cedric back. Cedric kills Neville. I can't see that happening, but, and then Neville would never have killed Nagini, and then Voldemort would have just been killing Harry Potter. So I'm glad how it did turn out. Our version, the overall version, I know that's like the perfect world, and JK, she did it good, she did the story amazing, and I loved reading how things could have been. I liked, like, the little, if that person dies then that person will live, and all, like, stuff like that. I loved reading it. I really enjoyed the book. But one big no-no that I have with this book is Voldemort and Bellatrix doing the dirty. I just, how could they have a baby? When was she pregnant? When did she have this said baby? No, I just couldn't, them just getting down and bonking, and jiggy with it. I just couldn't see it. I could not see it. It's just weird. I mean, I know Voldemort's quite attractive, but Bellatrix, with the teeth, no. But I did see that Delphi was gonna be Voldemort's child, because when they first started mentioning that Voldemort would have had a child, I was just like, well, and they were saying, oh yeah, Scorpius, it's got to be him. I was like, no, because it's never that obvious. You've got to sort of, you know, delve deeper. And then when Delphi came in, I just thought, right, it's her. And then Albus and Delphi were getting close. I was like, no. I was like, Harry, can't you see it? Even though he never even met Delphi until like the end. But another thing, what happened to Delphi? This is what I totally just didn't get. So when they sort of tied her up or whatever, when they went back to Godric's Hollow, what did they do with her? Because they just sort of tied her up, and Albus was like, let's kill her. And Harry's like, no, we don't do that, son. So he was teaching him good there. So Harry did good. But then they just sort of left her. What did they do with her? I don't know. And then they just cut to another scene where everything was fine. I was like, well, where is she? Is she in Azkaban? How did they transport her? Did she get away? You know, it's just all hunky-dory. Didn't understand it, but it could just be me. It could just be my stupid brain. Someone, if you want to clear things up for me, please write in the comments. Let me know. Now, overall, to conclude, I really enjoyed the book. I found it a really interesting read. I'd really like to see how the magic would be performed on stage, like how it would be portrayed, how it would come across, because it's so elaborate in the books. Like, all the magic, I'm just like, whoa. How are they going to do that in real life? Not with like CGI, but I bet the special effects are going to be amazing. Like, how are they going to do the Polyjuice potion? Like, how they transform live on stage. You'll probably get a puff of smoke and they'll just transform, but yeah. Hello, sorry about that, my camera decided to cut out. I'm getting a new one soon, hopefully. But yeah, how are they going to do like the effects on stage? Like, I'd love to be in the audience with like the Dementors flying across. I bet that is amazing, and just, but I'm never going to be able to get a ticket because they're sold out until, I think it's October of next year, which is just cue sad music. I really hope they make the book into a film, but what will be sad is that they won't be able to use Alan Rickman for Snape, and Snape is my all-time favourite character. Love him. He ties the whole books together. He is, for me, like the main character in Harry Potter, just because without him there wouldn't be anything. And they need to do it if they do make it into a film, which I really hope they do, but I doubt they will. Need to do it with Professor McGonagall, or she's still alive. I think she's called Maggie Smith, am I right? Probably wrong. I don't know, I'm gonna get hate for that, but whatever. Now, I really hope they make it into a film because it's amazing. Now, overall, I'd give this book... Wait, let me get my book. Overall, I'd give this book an 8 out of 10, just because it's well written, it's an easy read, it's just a fun book to just get into if you're familiar with the world of Harry Potter and just want to know where the characters end up. And I know some people don't like the book and don't like the story and choose to believe that, oh, it's just fan fiction, we're just going to leave it at that, not going to credit it as a book. But I really enjoyed how the story went, how the characters developed. I really, yeah, 8 out of 10. Good book, good read. You should go read it now. If you haven't read it, why not? Go read it. Great book. Yeah. Right, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like it, and if you want to comment down below, if you want me to talk about more of the book, if you've got any questions, we could have a bit of a debate. I love talking about this book. Comment if you want me to do any more Harry Potter related videos. Like, I could show off my Harry Potter collection, you can't see, but to the left of me I've got a little mini shrine, hole in the wall, full of Harry Potter stuff, so I could do that. And if you want to see this face again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, see you later, folks.